guys, this is the third time I've tried to record this video. One, because my camera has not enough memory on it, and it's nearly dead. Two, I just can't get the words out of my mouth right. Okay, this is going to be a very dark, disturbing video. Now, you guys can tell me to remove it. If it comes from all my subscribers, then yes, I'll remove it. From family members, I won't. Because you guys need to get to know me a bit better, or want to know me a bit better. I haven't had any comments just to say so, but, you know, heck, it's for my subscribers. I want to let you guys know me a bit better. I want you guys to know what my interests, what my past was like, what my future is now like, what I think of my future, and stuff like this, bits and bobs. So it's just going to be a little bit of informational video about me, so you guys can connect to me a bit better, you know, maybe subscribe, comment and subscribe a bit more. No, I'm joking, but you know, this is just to get you guys to know me a bit better. Some of you guys may know me personally, some of you guys may not know me, you just found me over the internet. Today, what I meant by it was really dark. I'm going to start off with my very, very past, when all my trouble started. So, I was 9 years old, and I had a real bad relationship at home with everybody, apart from my dad. My dad's awesome. At the least, he's the best dad I've ever had. Well, you can't have the other dads, but, you know, he's the best one I could ever have in my life. You know, he's always there for me. He was always there now. He's always here now. I know he's not in the country with me. He's not in the same household. He's not even in the same region. You know, he's back in the UK. I'm in Canada, and it's kind of hard to contact each other because of the time zones, time differences. But apart from that, he's really supportive and number one. Thanks to you, Dad. You know, why not? I mean, he's the best. You know, he was really caring for me, and he was always there whenever I was down, whenever I struggled. I had to go to the hospital. I'll get to that I'll get in that in a bit. And yeah, I mean, he was there for me. My mum, we kind of had our fights. You know, we weren't we are basically close, but we aren't like close. You know, we aren't like, great with what we say to each other, so we kind of stay clear of each other. My stepdad, he's really awesome. You know, my two dads I have are great. You know, my stepdad now, he gets me out now in Canada, which is fantastic. My dad at home, awesome. You know, so you know, two dads, awesome, great, thumbs to them. My brother, he's in the Royal Air Force, salutes to him. I know that's not the proper salute, but still, why not? He, how can I say it? He was there for me and not there, if you know what I mean. Against and again. Not against and against. So, yeah, it's kind of hesitation. But, stuff like that. Now, I have a few things, quite a lot actually, back in the past. I have a lot of resources here, two different piles. Not fan mail, I never get any of those. Yeah, I'm not that famous yet. No, I'm not even going for famous. I don't care if I get famous. This is just a time just to film you and make me happy and stuff, but today's just not the case. So, I have a series of stuff, like what I'm going through now, what I got from home before I left, from people that really have just forgotten me. So yeah, I will start from now, going back. No, back, go. From beginning to now. So in the beginning, there was me, my dad, my brother. You know, I was in High Lodge Primary School. I didn't know what nursery I was in, so you know, I didn't know what my childhood was like. Well, I do. I was a very fidgety boy. I wouldn't stay still. Like, I would not sit still. My mum showed me the tapes from when I was 3-4 years old, taking me to Disneyland, Florida, I believe. And I would just not stay still. Even the videos would show me walking somewhere else. My brother had to hold me on what do you call those, harnesses, the kids because I wouldn't stay still, and it was fun. It was real fun. I had a real laugh out of those, and I was a real goofball when I was a little kid as well. I don't know what I was doing, but that was then, and I was very little, so stuff was kind of okay. Then I started growing up. I started to be 7, 8. Stuff kind of changed. I noticed. I was in Holy Lodge, so that was my primary school. So that was my first kind of mainstream school. Well, it wasn't mainstream. It was kind of a beginning school for me. So that's beyond nursery. It goes nursery, primary school, secondary school, college, or primary school, high school. No, primary school. No, or preschool, kindergarten, I believe. High school, university, and stuff like that. But you know, I don't know the college. I don't know their school system yet. I'm still getting the kinks right. So it's like it was okay to start off with. I wasn't the famous kid in school. I wasn't the populous kid in school. I had one friend. No, 2 friends. That was it. James and Paul. James Burton was awesome. You know, we knew each other since year 1. He was like the top of the line type friend, you know, and he was one of the friends I could trust. One day when I was in year 4, I got word that he didn't come into school one day. I was like, oh, okay, you know, maybe he's sick. So I go up to the teacher and ask why he wasn't in. And the teacher goes, oh, well, he's left. Didn't he tell you? I was like, no. So I go to James' house and says, why'd you leave, dude? He goes, oh, well, I've moved to school. I'm moving school. I was like, oh, you know. So I went to school the next day, feeling down. I had no one to play with, and it was very hard for the time. I went through the years, probably about year 5, because Holy Lodge goes from year 1 to year 6. I was in year 5, though I met a friend called Thomas. Paul was kind of a sideline person. He was a kid who I could talk to, but he wasn't there all the time, and he would always annoy me. So, you know, we were kind of a sideline friend. Thomas was another great kid. He was awesome, and he was one of those people, who, you know, you could talk to and trust. And then I went to year 6. I still knew Thomas. Then year 6 was kind of an okay breeze. Still had my troubles in school, but that's just me not knowing a lot. Me being colorblind and stuff, and asthmatic, and I couldn't really do all the sports that they required me to. But I got through it fine. School was, I wouldn't say easy, but it was medium. You know, I could do it, but I couldn't do it. You know, as I have special needs and stuff, I cannot do mainstream stuff. Holy Lodge was a mainstream school, and then I had to get a one-to-one, which is someone who works with me, and then her name was Mrs. Bowker. She worked with me for, I think, a year, just to get me out of year 6 to my high school, which was a special needs school, so it was kind of slow-paced, easy to work with school. And there was a load of teachers and TAs and a lot of that jazz there. So she was like one of the top of the line teachers to help me out. And then I had some drumming lessons, so I know how to play the drums. I played for about a year, 2 years, and I actually got to play. I got to play it in a marquee. For those who don't know what a marquee is, it's basically a huge tent with one stage and a shitload of people. And then he goes, "You're playing." Me and James, no, Me and Thomas, sorry, we would always goof around, and our teacher was really nice. He was like, "You're playing in 2 weeks in front of probably 200 people." We were like, "What?" And we both had a turn, and he goes, "Right, there's no objective here, there's no song." So it was like, "Well, there's 200 people here, what are we supposed to play?" He goes, "Just remember a tune, any tune that I taught you, and by all means go ahead." And so I thought of a tune that I did, just a little beat, rhythm, and I played that in front of 200 people, and it was good. People liked it, and then we left. And the annoying thing about that is we got 2 weeks warning. I had a drum kit at home. My mum kind of didn't let me play because it was too loud. Well, I was too loud on it. I would get too carried away and play it like mad. A mad-ass bastard, but still, that's me. And then I first thought of doing a YouTube channel because I like creating stuff. I love to make stuff. Any game that requires building, adventuring, exploring, getting jump scared, anything like that, all that jazz, I'm into. Like, I was like, oh my god, I could do this. YouTube's easy. So I created my first channel. It crashed. So then I was like, no harm done, I'll create another channel. That crashed. I was like, right, I need to stop doing what I'm doing. I need to stop because I'm not doing something right. I haven't done my homework yet. I.e., what I mean by that is it's not math homework, science homework, it's not homework for school, it's homework for YouTube. Like, what do I need to do? What do I need to get? How do I do this? And it was like, not only today did I learn how to blooming get a second monitor so I can have Twitch on this screen, the game on this screen, and keep just doing this rather than going, that all the time. And I noticed on my tablet, it's just because, one, my camera was dying, and two, it didn't have enough memory. So, I'm sorry. And it was really scary because, I didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, I got to stop and do my homework. So a few years went by. It was coming up to my 10th birthday, and along and behold, my dad got kicked out of the house. And that was the day on my 10th birthday. So that was a hard birthday for me. Kind of rough. I didn't feel the same again for that day, and for a few days onwards actually, and I felt kind of mad at my mum for kicking him out, but I begged him to stay. I did everything, but I tried. I was even asking my dad, what could I do to get you guys back together? I even asked my mum, I even asked my dad, I even asked my brother what could they do, what do they like, that I could get them kind of connected again. And believe it or not, I actually wanted to stay in the UK to keep there because generally I struggle with this home life. I'll tell you why in a second. And it was really rough. And I thought, my mum's just going to have a few, probably 2-3 weeks having a go at me and my brother just for those mistakes that they did. And it was kind of rough for both of us. That same night, I woke up to my brother screaming his head off, crying. I go to his room. Turns out he had his cables cut by my mum. All his cables were cut with a pair of scissors. So my dad called the police, and then I went to bed. I didn't hear anything from that. And then home life came, it was kind of an okay ride, easy to live. I could just get by days. And then a day came where I think my mum just flipped. A fuse just burnt out. And then my brother was getting the rough stuff. Now it kind of changed. So my brother was riding the smooth ride. I was riding the hard ride. So it was kind of annoying for me. And really stressful that every day was just wake up, fight, go to school, go to bed, wake up, fight, go to school. And if I was really unlucky, it would be wake up, fight, go to school, fight, come home, fight, bed. And that was it. Like every day, nearly. Well, not fight bed, but that was if I was unlucky. And then I finished primary school, and then I moved on to secondary school or high school, and that was kind of you probably just saw a moth or a mosquito just fly across. But and then it was just like, you know what? I'm going to try my best. I tried my best through everything I did, or I do. And then in the mix of joining high school or secondary school, I saw my mum come over and goes, "Daniel, there's a band that you might want to join, a military marching band." As I love the army, everyone who knows me personally, I love the army. I know a lot about it. I know a lot about army vehicles and stuff like that, guns, ammunition, things like that. I quite know a lot about it. But it was like, you know, it was like, all right, I'd like to go see it. So I had a trial night, and as I played the drums before, I was kind of in my range of expertise. So I went, and it was a side-mounted drum, which means the drum is mounted sort of here on your hip. So it would be here as you're walking along. If you didn't walk properly, it would bounce on your hip, and you'd have a strap coming down with the drum actually strapped to yourself. So you'd be marching along sort of like that with your eyes up and going straight. I could never walk straight. Me, it was always start doing that, then correction, start doing that, correct. But apart from that, after a few months of parades and stuff, I got used to it, and it wasn't that bad. But there was one downfall to the whole thing. Home life. Home life set me down. Now this is where I learned to fight for myself. Basically, I learned to fight for myself because how can I say this? I had a lot of rough times, and when I was 11, I mean, there was kind of suicidal thoughts drifting in when I was about 9 years old, but they weren't like majorly. They were just I didn't really think about it that much, but my fuse blew when I was 11 years old. Right? I joined the Army Cadet Force. The Army Cadet Force was awesome. I joined the Army Cadet Force when I was 11. I got in. I was doing everything they told me to. I did a parade. I did a camp. I quit because it was kind of more in the class and actually doing military stuff. It was just more in the classroom, like learning bullshit, like nothing, like nothing that's to do with first aid. We did bloody football. We did blooming. What else did we do? We didn't even do anything. We did hide and seek in the woods. What kind of Army Cadet Force was that? But anyway, it was like, you know, how it really wasn't an Army Cadet Force. So we went. I did my last night, which was cleaning up the detachment or the hut where we were, and for those of you who don't know, in the UK we have something called a Kilo Barracks, which is a military base or a medical base where military medics train. And we had our detachment there. There's a load of other detachments and bases all over the place in the UK, but you know, why not? I went there because it was the closest. So, you know, that was kind of okay. I left because it was just bullshit and boring. So, yeah. And then I did... What else did I do? Nothing, then. I joined a youth club, and then on that last... for that, I was in the youth club for about probably nearly a year, nearly 2 years. And then I went to my last night of Corps of Drums, which I just explained. It was with the side drum, marching band, military marching band. And then, for those who don't know what it was called, it was Sandhurst District Corps of Drums. You know, you guys can go check them out if you want to. But it's an awesome band. They get you really involved, and anyway, And then I went to my last night of that. That was very sad because they actually announced that I was leaving, which was very sad, to Canada, and everyone was pretty okay about it. But yeah. And then I went to my last night at youth club. Now, I wasn't really expecting any of this, but I got this. It's one of these. Now, this is a card. Oh, and for those who don't know, it actually says to Daniel on it. To Dan. But it's been opened, so this is just the thing. But I got that before I left. And these 3 girls, I believe. Yeah, 3 girls and their mum. So 2 girls and the mum actually got this for me. It says goodbye and good luck from all of us. And what they did on the inside was amazing. It was just. I'll read it out because it's all upside down. It goes, "To Dan, have fun in Canada. We'll miss you. From Kylie, Emma, and Erica." I kept this the whole time, through the whole flight. I didn't throw this away. The reason being is because it's from home. Someone actually went to the time and effort to get me this and say goodbye, which was amazing. That's not the only thing I received. I received this from my college. Now, being them, they probably don't know where I was going, so they must have thought I was going cold. So they got me this. I actually wear it during the winter time, summertime. It's boiling now. Oh yeah, did I tell you? It's 30 out here. So yeah, I wear this in the winter time because it does get freaking cold. It's really nice. For those who want to see me in it, there, you see me in the hat. And when we do more shooting videos, I'll tell you about that in a second. I'll be wearing this in the winter, just so you guys know. So, then I graduate from high school. No, not high school. Did I get onto high school? I don't know. So, anyway, just in case I didn't cover... Oh, don't want to start that up. That's a fan. Big ass fan. It doesn't do anything, only in the night. But anyway, basically, then I graduate primary school. High school was a different issue. I met a load of other people who are true friends, or kind of true friends. I'll get to that in a second. But they were kind of a person who was there, just a face, or a person that would just say yes to anything and do whatever for anything, right? And then, so I was in a tutor. There was 2 tutors actually. The way the school system worked where I was, you'd be in a class, and that was a class you were with for the whole year. Everyone in that class who you were with was, in that class for the whole year, right? So I'm in that class, and we go around to the building to switch lessons. Obviously, if we were in maths, we go, and we had science next, and the bell rang, we'd go from the maths room, walk up some stairs, and you're at the science lab. But anyway, and then yeah, that was kind of okay-ish. I still had my times at home. I'd go to school, sometimes feeling really crappy from the morning I had. My friend Oliver, who was kind of in despair because his friend had left early. One day I was in Spanish, learning Spanish because we had to. We didn't get a choice or not to. And then my head teacher goes, "Daniel, would you like to switch tutor runs?" So I was like, "Wait, what?" He goes, "Because Oliver." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Well, you know Oliver, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, he needs someone to talk to." I was like, "Oh, okay." Because I'm all about helping people. I would love to help everybody out there. But it was just like, Oliver, I need to help because he's a classmate. Well, he was a mate of mine, and he deserved to be helped. So I switched classes, and then next thing I know is, we're going up through the years with the same stuff. Me and Oliver had fights, but we got together because he was one of those mates, you know, one in a lifetime friends, as they say, that you can never get rid of. And then that actually changed. So we all got word that now we have to find colleges because we were coming to the end of the year 11. So we get word that I was going to go to Farnborough Tech. And now Oliver was like, oh, well, I may be going to Brooklands or the same place. So I'm like, oh my God, if he goes, where am I going to go? You know, and the day, and September came. We were in the same college, luckily. And then I go home. No, 3 months later of being in college, I go home one Friday night. I go home. No, one Friday afternoon I go home because we finished Friday at 2:15, I think. 2:15, I think. 2:30. No, 2. I don't know. But we finished early on a Friday, and because we had a spare, it was like exercise period where we had to pick from sports or something else. I couldn't remember what it was, but I went to the gym with a friend of mine called Steve, or was a friend. Now everyone was a friend from only 13 now. So Oliver, he was cool with me going. Same with Morgan, Taylor, Steve. Everyone in my class was good with me going. They were like, go, enjoy yourself. Don't worry about us. We'll be here if you need us. And then they were like, okay. So on that day when we were actually finishing up for summer holidays, and my last day of class, they said, Daniel, wait here. This is where they brought this in. I still have it. So if any of you from my college is watching, I still have it. And I still wear it. But it's summer and it's 30 degrees out. So I can't wear a woolly hat in the 30-degree weather. But anyway. And then I still remember some people back home, and it shocks me to know that most people, nearly everybody, has forgotten me. And here comes the most disturbing bit of the video, right? Okay. Warning, this is going to get real disturbing. Everyone forgot about me. Was saying a load of bullshit about me. Sending me messages about bullshit. My girlfriend, or my ex now, dumped me for no reason. But that was fine, but I thought that was natural. She goes, no. School's nearly out and work's getting a lot and I can't. Home life's just getting really stressful. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever. You know, but if you need to be by yourself, by all means, I'm not forcing you to go out with me. Whatever. And then I started to do counselling, right, for suicide and depression. The reason being is I have a lot of stuff going on here at home and at school and at home, at UK, home, and at school and friends. 4 things that's just been building and pressuring me to that kind of state. Now, I don't feel happy about that situation. I actually acted upon it before. 3 times actually. And I feel kind of sad that I did. But when my mum got word, she was kind of shocked, and a load of other people was. But it wasn't for one friend who actually raised awareness to the school, which I'm very, very proud that he did. I got my gun taken off me till further notice, which is good. I actually did want it taken off me, because if it wasn't, I guarantee I would have gone and done something that I didn't want to do. I won't say what my suicide attempts were, but let's just say they weren't very nice. For all my viewers who may be suffering with this stuff, or may not be, I'm not going to say what it was. But it involved my gun, it involved a bag, and a load of other things that before. These were separate attempts with different items, okay? They're not all with one item. So I tried it probably 7 times with different items, and I met a friend one day. Well, no, sorry about that. Before that, all my friends decided to ditch me at school. They all thought I was lying and a bullshitter and a kid that couldn't be trusted. And I thought, you know what? What's the point worth living? So one day in the cafeteria, this boy called Nassim comes up to me and he goes, "Are you okay?" I said to him, "I'm not." He goes, "Why? What's wrong?" I said to him, "I'm not feeling great." He goes, "Why? Are you feeling sad?" I was like, "No, emotionally." So I tell him why. And we're great pals now. You've seen him in my Outlast video if you guys haven't noticed him. I can't put links in the description because of this is on my tablet, sorry, but as I said, that kept on dying and it has no memory. So it's just like, you know what, I can't take life anymore. So I tried to take my own life. The gun safety didn't go off, but the safety was on. So the RCMP took it until they know that I'm safe to have it back. They will give it back to me, but not yet. Not till I don't know when they're going to give it back. But all they said was they're going to give it back to me when they hear a lot from my counsellors that I'm safe to have it. Which I said to them, I'm not in a rush to get it back, but I want to know it's safe. So yeah. But you know, and then my friend Nassim said, "Are you okay again?" No, sorry. We met up at school one day, went at lunch, and I said to Nassim, "Dude, I need to tell you something, but you cannot tell anyone else. No other student in the school you cannot tell without permission." He goes, "Okay." I said, "Okay." He goes, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So I said, "Right, dude, last night I put my gun to my throat." And he looked at me like, "Shit." And I was like, "Yeah." So I was pretty, shocked that he did what he did, but I'm shocked as in a glad way. You know, I'm not pissed off at him. I'm very grateful for this, and I've even told him this in person. But I'm glad that he did. So the RCMP got actually the counsellors called me in. They pulled me out of a class, a video class, which was a very nice class, and they said someone said that you tried killing yourself last night with your gun. I said, "Yep." And then I said what was going through my head at the time, which I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say a lot. I'm not going to go in depth with this. I'm just going to say what the counsellors said, what my actions were, and yeah. So and then the counsellor was like, "Okay, we'll get you as much help as we can." I said, "Thank you. This is all I want. It's just help." So the next thing I know, the next day, I get called again. I get pulled again from another class. There's someone in there that the school called in, and she's a professional counsellor, which is 10 sessions long. She goes, "I'm from Speak, which is our school counselling department, which is outside, so it's everyone can call it here." And it was how quickly the school system responded. And then I told her, and she goes, and then in another session she goes, "Have you had any intention of hurting somebody? Like homicidal thoughts?" I was like, "Yes, I have." And named 3 students. I'm not going to say their names on camera, and I never will. Because I don't intentionally want to hurt them at this moment. And I did never want to hurt them, actually. I scratch that. I don't want to hurt them at all. I don't want to hurt anybody. That's one thing. Unless someone proposes a threat to me, I never hurt them. I may say that I want to hurt them. I may think that I want to hurt them, but I don't do it because I know what the consequences would be and I wouldn't get my dream job. For those of you who don't know, my dream job was to be in the armed forces and a tank driver. So that's another thing I know about me. But she was like, "Okay." So the session was over. I went to have lunch. The next thing I know, I get pulled again. The RCMP was there, which is the actual the police department here, Royal Canadian Mountain Police. So then I get referred to a counsellor, which was just down the road, and she was kind enough to do this sheet with me. Now, this is just a sheet to say, you know, how I can. It's to prevent me being in that state again. But she was a very nice girl as a counsellor. She really did understand what I was saying through then and without the session. I have a load of cards with the moment I'm going here for mental health, Langley Youth and Family Services. I have a load of emergency card for all sorts, suicide prevention and all sorts. I have my the crisis card with a load of phone numbers on it, which is good. Suicide prevention, distress line, child youth, phonics, isolation, all emergencies. So stuff like that. I'm not going to show that because that's just lights and responsibilities. That's my social worker, well, not social worker, one of my counsellor's phone numbers. Another counsellor's phone number. Another crisis card, which is good. And all these things that I've wanted to help. And I'm glad I'm getting it. People kind of understand what people are saying, which is great. You know, I didn't mean to get dark, but you know, this is just to get to know me a bit better as a person. Not that I'm a face behind a screen just doing games for the sheer hell of it. I enjoy YouTube. Right, okay. That's the sad bit over with. My life story done. You know, let's just say this, okay? If you are going through this right now, this channel is here for you every day of the year, every 24 hours a day. We're open all day, every day of the year. We never shut down. And if it's still not good enough, get help. Go to your school. Go to your friend. Go to a hospital. Go to anybody. You know, if you're struggling with home life, like I am/was, go to somebody. Talk to them. You know, don't sit there like I did and get to the state where that's the last resort. You know, I got my gun taken off me because of my own health, which is good. You know, that may have slowed down the shooting videos, but I'm glad they did. You know, I'm glad that I'm getting help because I don't want to be in this state. Nobody does, and it's hard to say I'm not in a state. Going up to somebody and saying that you're mentally ill. It takes a lot of courage, believe it or not. You know, I didn't have the guts to do it myself. I could do it over the phone, but I could never do it on my own. My friend had to do it for me, which I kind of feel bad about, but I'm glad at the exact same time because I really wanted to do it myself. I wanted to get help myself, but he went a step further before I did. He got to the finish line before I did, which was good. He actually started all this help. All this is help cards, phone numbers, contacts, people to talk to. Oh wait, I also have I won't show this on camera because, you know, I'm sure she doesn't want people ringing her up, but this is, actually hide her address. This is the police officer's phone number card. I've hid everything from it because I don't want her identity stolen or anything. But no, to get spammed and stuff. But this is her phone number, her personal phone number, her personal everything to help me. I've got 3 people helping me right now. No, 5 people helped me. There's only 3 cards here with numbers on. And that shows people really do care. And I know stuff may seem down, and I know stuff may seem long. But in the long run, trust me, I've been suffering through this stuff for 17 years straight, and I never got help. I always thought it would blow over when I get older. Turns out, it doesn't. You know, some kids may get what they want. Some kids may stroll up to their parents and ask them for stuff. So, you know, this is I didn't mean to get it to get dark, but you know, I'm sorry it's a long ass video, but I wanted it just to get you guys to know me a bit better. Oh yeah, just a few things about me. I love the army. I love anything to do with the armed forces, animals, science. I love science. You know, I was always the one kid in science back at home who loved science. I was one of those people, when people went, oh, we got science, I was like, you don't like science? Man, I love it. You know, and stuff like that. I love computers, as you guys can see. I'm always on my computer. Like, you guys can send me comments any time of the day. If I'm at work, I'm at work, but I will try and respond to them as soon as I can, i.e. when I get home. But I will try and respond to your comments. You know, I haven't got over 1,000 people, so, you know, I'm not begging for people, but I am like, as we're only like 39 people, I can respond to people easily. Like, you know, I'm not like Jacksepticeye, I'm not like Markiplier with so many people. You know, I'm not bragging, but having a small community is much easier to respond to. But at the same time, it's manageable. If I do get over 1,000 people, great, cool. You know, I'm not going to go crazy. Think, oh yeah, I'm the best YouTuber in the world, and get all greedy, as they say. But as I said, if anyone from my old college is watching, you guys should remember this. You guys got it for me. And I do wear it and everything. Oh yeah, I'm actually planning, I'm still not 100% sure, depending on how I feel. I know I'm not working tomorrow. So if I'm not working Saturday, I will do a 9 till 9 live stream on probably, I have no idea, but I'll think of something. And I will probably do it on, I might actually do it on Kerbal Space Program. I'm actually thinking about getting a second monitor hooked up so that I can actually have Twitch on one, the game on the other. So yeah, but as I said, guys, you know, I'm sorry it got dark, but as I said, it was to get to know me a bit better as a person, so you guys know what kind of my basis is like. I'm not going to tell you everything because it will be more than 40-minute video, over a 40-minute video, but that's just kind of my grounds, really. I'm not going to take this video down unless everyone actually says, Daniel or Creeper, take this video down. That's the only time I'll delete it. Anyone else can tell me to delete it, I won't. My dad, my mum, aliens, my brother, anyone can tell me to take this down. Because I want to connect to my viewers a bit more. You guys can send me comments. I'm always on the other end of the screen. I'll create a second Skype account, so you guys can actually, so that when, oh yeah, competition ends 10th next month, okay? So, get on your keyboards and tell a good community name. Don't forget, you can win and probably play a game with me and be in a video of your choice. So, anyway, as I said, the live stream, I'm totally not confirmed about. It's still in the air, it's still floating around on the water. Unless I can get it anchored down, I'll tell you. If there's no videos about it, then don't bother. But as I said, this is just to get to know me a bit more, and stuff like that. You know, I didn't mean for it to get dark, but it did. So, I'm sorry about that, but as if you are struggling, this community is here for you. I'm here for you guys. If you guys just put on my videos for company, that's great. And I've had a lot of questions about some stuff. I have some people actually who hate me but comment on my videos, and they ask if they could play games with me. And I hate them at school. I honestly do. I hate some people at school. And they actually ask to play some games with me. And it's kind of whatever, really. But this is just a basis to get to know me a bit better. You guys may know me personally, you guys may not. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, sitting through this nearly 15-minute video. If you guys are still here, that's amazing. But as I said, you know, I'm here. I'm always on the other end of the screen. You guys can send me a comment. I'll reply to it either immediately or not. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, this is the Blinding Creeper signing out.